All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel here. Yeah, hi, everyone. Go ahead and write something in the chat real quick just to make sure that you're all hearing us okay, that you can see me and Anya okay. And if you're hearing any weird background noise, I have a cat that's eating right now in the background in the kitchen. So if it's distracting, please just let us know. Okay. Hello, everyone. Wow, there's so many of you. There's like 60 of you in the chat. That's amazing. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Great. Awesome. Okay, wonderful. Hearing fine. Awesome. Thank you, Ramona. Thanks for the clarification. Yeah, okay. So my name is Marian. I am with Etcher. I am your host for today. Today we have the wonderful, amazing Ania Zwara from Poland, also known as Mama Fabrics online. So we're very happy to have her here today doing a peony demonstration in watercolors on Etcher products. So we're very excited to have her here. And just a reminder, if this is your first Etcher live demo, please just write your questions in the chat box. You might want to all caps the word questions so that I can see it. And I will ask those questions to Anya as we go through her demonstration. If you haven't already known, we do these free online demos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday now. So subscribe to our Etcher channel and turn on your notifications to stay up to date and be alerted when we go live next. Our next one, I believe, is David Morales, Botanical Drawing with Graphic Pens, and that will be on January 5th coming up here, which I believe is a Tuesday. Yeah, so yes, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this link with your other artist friends who love to do watercolors so that they can join us as well. We also have a feedback form here for our Etcher participants to take. If you have the time, we'd really appreciate any and all feedback. Let me go ahead and paste this here and put it in the chat. Here we go. Let me know if that link doesn't work, but it's just a survey that we're collecting from everyone who participates or watches our demos and our workshops. We're looking to improve, always improving. So please, if you have the time, fill that out. It takes a couple minutes. Thank you for that. And now we're gonna go and bring it on over to Anya now. So Anya, if you'd like to go ahead and maybe show some examples of your work and maybe let us know what we're doing here today.
Yeah, hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining this live. And you just have to know, this is my first live streaming. So, keep your fingers crossed for me as well.
Oh.
And my name is Anya. Thank you for inviting me here. I'm a watercolor artist and surface pattern designer because I use my illustrations to design, to create patterns that are used to produce apparel, fabrics, and stuff like that. And today I will demonstrate my process of painting peony with shading, because I know this subject was the one you've asked the most this year, I think. And there you go. I will show you a few examples of what we are going to do today. We will start from sketching with a pencil. We will sketch a peony, and then we will fill peony petals with watercolor, and we will make sure that you have this depth and the different saturation and shading on your illustration. So take a look here. Okay, there you go. It's quite a lot of them. Some leaves, some flowers,
This
some
is combination. So much. This is
yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you so much. Combination of flowers, which will be my subject while doing mini workshop with Etcher as well.
Right.
Right. And there you go. The last one I was doing yesterday, just to give myself a little warm up.
Yeah.
And
That's
here it is.
beautiful.
Yeah, here is the one step of the whole process. So yeah, I hope you will have fun doing this with me, and I hope it will encourage you to try to paint florals with shading, because it's not so difficult, I think. And if you would like to, in further steps, jump into more illustrated, detailed, botanical illustration, this is a great start, I think.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Ania, for showing all that. Just real quick, everyone, those were all done on, or some of those were done on Etcher postcard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I can show you.
I dropped a link to our postcards there in the chat.
Yeah.
I also have a reference image here. Oh, yes. Sorry, Kitty. I was about to post that in the chat here. Yes, there are reference images that Ania has so nicely provided for us. So check out the Google Drive link there to get your reference photos. It's also in our description in the video description. So if you're not able to grab it from the chat, please check our description in the YouTube video. Do you use hot press or cold press, Ania?
This one is cold pressed.
Cold press.
And it's more structured. This is not so soft, and it works very well.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I use hot pressed paper because it's easier to scan and then clean the background when I'm making patterns.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Thank you for that. Great. And yes, everyone, if you got a question, just drop it in the chat so that I can find it, and then I will ask them to Ania as we go through the demonstration. But so far, so good. So we're using cold press paper right now. Is that right, Ania?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We are using cold pressed paper. Then we will need a pencil, eraser or rubber. This is some kind of elastic rubber.
Yeah, a kneaded eraser. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In Polish, it's called gumka chlebowa. It's like bread eraser, but I'm not sure it's working in English.
Yeah.
So that's it. And I will use two colors, two pink watercolors. Yeah, and that's it. And I will just let you know what's my tip, because I know people are struggling how to divide colors, how to paint petals that are in the same color, not to be just to make a difference between petals while painting, and not using 1 million watercolors for that. Yeah.
Are those Etcher watercolors, or are they separate?
Oh, no, unfortunately, these are not from Etchers.
Oh, okay.
But I think yours will also done very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what else? I will use round brushes, and when it comes to size, I think it depends on the size of the floral. This is like A4 format for me with the paper today. So I have this round brush number 10 for adding the biggest washes. And then I have number 4, 2, and the little one, it's 0, but I'm not sure we will need this one today. As I said, for detailing and going into more botanical paintings, maybe this mini workshop will work better.
Right.
Yeah, demonstration. So, and a cup of water, of course.
Of course.
Cup of water and a paper towel or toilet paper. Right, and yeah.
Great.
I think I'm ready to start.
Yes, please go ahead. It looks like everyone's kind of getting ready to start here along with you. They all loved how you called the kneaded eraser bread eraser, so that's really fun.
Yeah, in Poland, it's like I'm going to an art shop and I'm just asking for a bread eraser, and
Yeah.
they know what I'm looking for. Yeah.
That's so fun. I wish we had called that here in the States. That's wonderful. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Anya, take it away. Let us know what we're doing.
Okay, you said that there is a link with a reference photo.
Correct.
For the people, just to have an idea, because I will concentrate on this one.
Okay.
On this one. So, guys, let's start. Some of my followers on Instagram were asking about the shape of the flower. So let me explain in a few words that peony for me is like a smaller cabbage or an onion or something like this.
Yeah.
It has lots of petals that are surrounding this center of the flower. So when we are sketching, we just can draw first a little circle just to have the general idea of this round shape, and then let's start with petals. And when it comes to sketching, even when I have a reference picture or photo or a real flower, I'm not always very strict. Is this right word? I'm not concentrated just to get the ideal illustration. I mean, it's not an exact copy sometimes, but the thing is to get this general shape or character of the flower I'm going to paint. So no worries if you will miss any of the petals that is actually on the reference photo or on your inspirational flower or something. So as you can see, this is a round shape. And then here we have some petals, and here another one. What's going on here? We have another. So, and the best tip while sketching or while starting every kind of illustration is not to overthink, just to when we put this first line, just go with the flow and do not stop. Do not stop. You can always erase something or change. So no worries with that, I would say, because when we think too much, it's always like, oh, it's not that good. I don't like it. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this or that. And it can really stop us from finishing our illustration. So
right. I know, I absolutely agree. We tend to overthink, and then all that overthinking freezes us.
So now we have this peony head, let's say, and now leaves. And what, from my observation, it's like the leaves of the peony are like 3 fingers. It's something. Yeah, because I really love peonies. I have them in my cottage garden, and it's like 3 fingers. So you can just.
So, I see what you mean by 3 fingers. So the leaf, they make a shape like a claw, like a 3-finger claw.
Yes, exactly. And yeah. Okay, so now when we have our pencil sketch, what I do, I take my bread eraser.
Yeah, your bread eraser.
Yeah, and do like this, just to take the amount of pencil, let's say. Yeah, you can see there is a pencil line here, or I can roll when the illustration or the sketch is big. I can just roll.
That's interesting. Yeah.
To get the this?
The excess graphite.
Excess, yeah.
Yeah.
And I said almond. Yeah. Yeah.
You're doing
But
just
we
fine.
all know what we should do. Right. Okay.
Is this so that the excess graphite doesn't interfere with your watercolor painting?
I do it because then this pencil will be less
Less strong, less.
Yes. It will just hide. It will be hidden by the watercolor.
I see. So the pencil won't show up after.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Okay. What we do now? Okay, another super important tip, I think it works for me always and always. When we would like to paint something, I think florals or objects or whatever we have in mind, it's always good to start with the lightest color. I mean, when we start with a boom, with a very dark, let's say pink, it will be very hard for us to have these points done well and to get this depth from our illustration. So I will take this light pink and make it very, very watery. I will not use only the water because then we will have to sit here for for the next, I don't know, 3 hours. Yeah, because when I paint such florals with shading, I usually have few sheets of paper and I just do something here and there and then come back, finish something, add something. And it's always a process that takes me, I don't know, day or two. Okay, I have very light pink here. And let's start from this petal.
Yeah, looks like you're doing a very light wash. Somebody did ask though, even though they're not Etcher products, if you could be, if you happen to know what the brand is of your watercolor painting or paints.
Okay, and it's okay to say that.
It's okay. It's totally okay.
Okay. So it's from Art Philosophy. It's this palette is called Pastel Dreams. So if someone is
Pastel
interested.
Dreams. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a pink and a red that you use?
These are two pinks.
Oh, two pinks.
Actually, okay. Two pinks because I will use this one and this one.
Great. Thank you for that.
Okay, and then I'm looking where the pink is very light on my flower. Here and here.
This is very light wash.
Yeah, this is very light. But still, if I will need to make it darker or something like this, there's still a chance to do this.
I see.
Yeah, and it would be harder to make the other way. When it's dark, just to light it up or something with watercolors. Yeah, it's still possible, but it should be a relaxing process.
Yes, it should be. It doesn't always end up that way, but you know, we like for it to be relaxing.
Yeah. And here, sometimes people are asking how much water I'm putting on the paper. For today, it's less than usual because with a hair dryer, I don't like work with hair dryers. So let me show you the almond. It's like a very tiny, very soft. How to call it? You can see it's shiny. The paper it's shiny, and that's all. There are no puddles, blobs of water, or things like that. Okay, and now I'm taking the same pink color, but more saturated. There is a more paint than water, and I'm just adding here. This is the place where the petals are touching each other, so we know already that it will be a darker shade here. And as you can see, little by little, we are getting this flower out of the paper, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's bleeding. It's blending with your water that you've already put in.
Yeah, it's blending and it's going to pump up of the paper. Is that a, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a 3D effect or something.
Oh, yeah. It'll warp the paper a bit where you put the water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here another lighter washes. And here. And I'm going just the same thing I'm doing with all the petals here, just checking where this darker pink should go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Now and I'm working like this with all my florals and just waiting for several elements to get dry.
Mm-hmm.
Then I come back. I sometimes freeze my eyes just to see where the shades should go, where there's a lack of something. I must say that I'm working with my intuition most of the time, and I'm not very strict with a reference object. Okay.
Yeah, the chat is like very active. I'm trying to keep up with what everyone's saying here.
Okay.
But yeah, they all love what you're doing so far. They love that you talked about the breath eraser. They love that your techniques so far, your little tips on how to erase or lift up the graphite was really great. And how to make the flowers pop here. So yeah, they're very much enjoying this, and I'm enjoying this very much, watching you do this.
Oh, that's great to hear. Thank you, guys. Okay, what we have here? We're
Now,
getting closer.
you
Yeah.
did mention the reference photo. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So are you following along, I guess not religiously, but close enough to the reference photo to put in your darker tones?
Yeah, because as you can see now, it's quite helpful, because really when you just go and freeze your eyes for a minute, you see at the moment where this the darkest parts are actually. So it's very helpful.
Yeah.
And basically these are the places where the petals are very close to each other, where they're touching each other, and it's like with a real flower. And it's also the thing that the more florals you will paint, the larger, the bigger the library in your head will go, because sometimes I do not use any reference for my florals. I just have this picture in my head, because really I love peonies, and I can paint peonies even without any reference, that's for sure. And I think that it's possible to do the same way with any other kind of flower. So
Right. You're just drawing from experience, from painting them so
yeah,
much you remember how the shapes go and whatnot.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Okay, what we have here, I'll have to check.
Okay, so while
Done so far.
yeah. So while Anya is working on this here a little bit, we're at the 25-minute mark here, everybody. I just want to bring up Anya's workshop. She is doing a mini workshop with Etcher on the 21st of January. Or no, is it the 21st?
13th.
13th. Yeah, this should be the 13th. I'm not entirely sure why it's the 21st. Let me just double check the link here, because Yeah, the link says 21st, but it should be the 13th. So don't get confused, everybody. I just took a look at the link here, and I'm not entirely sure why that was listed as the 21st. But anyway, let me go ahead and put this in. She will continue to be doing realistic peonies for the mini workshop. So whatever we brought up today during the live demo, she will continue to elaborate on during her mini workshop. I believe I am her host as well for that mini workshop, so you guys will see me there as well. Yep. And we would love to have you join us again for a little bit of a longer workshop. Check that out. Let us know if you are signed up. We would love to have all of you there, as many as possible, and have this a really fun workshop.
Yeah.
So yeah, January 13th, everybody. January 13th, 9 a.m. LA time. Great. And yes, so this is looking really great. Just even putting in those darker values there in between those petals is really starting to give it shape, Anya.
Yeah. And that is what we want to have every time we paint florals with shading. Okay, so while you've been talking, I took this darker pink. So make sure we won't miss it. Okay, and here I will add this darker pink color. Just in a few places, not everywhere, because otherwise it will look the same in every single place, and we don't want that.
Right.
Yeah. And yes, and as I am an architect by profession, I was taught while our classes to think about the whole composition. I mean, even today when I'm painting just one floral, one element, it's always good to just rotate your paper to really freeze your eyes and take a look where the shadings are going. Sometimes they could be just going from here to there, or from middle to the edges. I'm not sure I'm clear enough.
No, just fine. Yeah, I'm understanding you.
But the thing is not to overload the painting. It's even better to leave delicate illustration and not to put too much dark places. Just little elements, just details like this to have this effect of shading.
Yeah. Yes, I understand. Okay. You're doing well.
All right. Okay. Okay, I will wait for this flower to dry a little bit, and now I will skip to my leaves. Okay, and when it comes to leaves, we can first put some water, so it's like wet on wet technique. Yeah, when we have some water first on the paper,
Right.
and then I'm taking this color, but you can take any other green color, or I will also mix with another green. So, okay, and I will start from the edges here, and it's already spreading nicely here, and also I'm starting from lighter color, and then I will put some darker spots, not from the beginning, but slowly, little by little. So okay, I just press and lift, because here I've done just wet on dry. I'm skipping like a crazy, I know. No worries, join us during the mini workshop.
Right.
Yeah, good marketing. Yeah, it's gold. Okay, so I just press and lift my brush. Okay.
So we got a question here about the paper block, Anya, if you don't mind talking about it for a bit.
Yeah.
So, so they're mentioning that the block is not quite 100% cotton. It's a bit of a blend. And you may have experience working on both 100% cotton and what Etcher is providing. Do you notice a difference? Can you talk about how they work in comparison?
I think this Perfect Sketchbook is 100% cotton. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So I love it. I was, for example, here. I think the main difference, it's like the sheets are thicker. I think they seem to be thicker, and the washes are softer. The blending places maybe that's it are softer, because here you can see this is like some violet and this green. But you know, my advice is to just try, because it's not obvious that something that I like you will like as well. And I think everyone should try. I was using many different kinds of paper. I have my favorite ones. I have some paper that I tolerate when I do not have anything else. And I know the papers that I won't use never again.
Right.
So, yeah.
Great. Well, we got some very enthusiastic comments here in the chat. Some people have already signed up for your mini workshop, Anya. They're very excited
to learn. I'm so glad to hear this. Yeah, really.
You're doing fantastic, and this is just amazing to watch you work here.
Thank you. Because I also know I'm very chaotic. I have so many thoughts in my head, and sometimes I'm speaking, but it's only understandable for me. So it's good that people actually understand what I'm doing, and
yes,
okay, that's super cool. Okay, another leaf here, and still this is wet on dry.
So at this point, are the petals like drying? Are they still kind of wet?
They are a little bit wet, but most of all they are dry.
Okay. Yeah, because you didn't use that much water, right? So it's about drying now.
You can see here where this paper it's shiny. This is a little bit wet, but not all the flower.
Right.
Okay, here.
I had a talkative cat here. Yeah, so they're asking about the green that you're using. I know you're using a different brand of paints, but is this like is there multiple greens in this set? What kind of a green is this?
Oh my goodness. I really don't know the number of this green, but this is another brand, because I use Art Philosophy, I use Etcher, I use
right.
this like White Nights, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
And also Winsor and Newton. I will be better prepared for the mini workshop, and I will show you all my palettes, maybe, guys, if you would like to see. Maybe this is a good idea to show people. But as I said some time ago, I always mix colors. There's no way I will paint with one green or with one pink. I always mix.
So is this green mixed then?
Yeah, this is mixed. Yeah,
because
here this is also the one I've shown already from here. So yeah, oh, it's jumping. So I'm mixing because I think watercolors love mixing. Okay. So when we are done for now with leaves, I can come back to our peony. Okay. And what I will do now with this flower, I will take the smaller brush, and I will search for the places where I can add some different shades of pink, just to make this floral pop a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, and it was here. And as you can see, my strokes are very fast and not very how to call it. I really try not to overthink it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going with the flow. I'm really using my intuition here.
Mm-hmm.
To figure out where I should add more dark elements.
Great. We have a question here about the background, Anya. What would you do if you did a background color, or do you usually leave your background blank?
Yeah, that's what I do. I do not paint background. I don't know why. I just don't like. I think I've done one illustration with a background. I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. One, and I don't know why.
It's a preference, you know. You probably, if you like the look of the paper and you want the paper to be a part of the painting, I would guess that's one reason why you would leave the background blank anyway.
Yeah, and I think that's because I really I could just scan this peony and make a beautiful pattern out of it. So
Oh, right.
I think that is why I just collect my illustrations, because when the client comes and says, "Oh, I am looking for a nice peony in pink colors or with shading,"
Right.
I just go and take that one, scan, and then prepare a pattern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense for your work and what you do, since you do surface patterns and stuff. It'll be harder if there's a lot more color to take out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's concentrate here on. Okay. Okay.
I'm just answering some questions here in the chat. Anna, the green color is a mix. There's a person named Anna in the chat here asking about the green. So in my opinion, you could probably mix a sap green with some burnt sienna or a little bit of yellow to kind of get this mixture that that Anya is getting here with her peony leaves. Oh, we got a really interesting question here, Anya. This person says that they read that botanical illustrations are painted without background. It's like a rule or something. Would you agree with
painting florals in a botanical way, it's like a must with a background?
Like a rule that botanical illustrations are painted without a background, so without any color.
Without.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think I can agree with that, because
Okay.
in every botanical album, which I have a lot, there is no background.
Right.
Just a floral. So yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yes.
We got a bunch more people saying that they signed up for your workshop. This is wonderful.
Oh, how lovely. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you. We look forward to both seeing you, or both of us will look forward to seeing you again on the week.
Yeah.
Let's see, did I miss any questions here? Okay. I'll drop the link to Anya's workshop again, in case you guys, some of you who are coming in a little bit late here may have missed it. It is on the 13th. I don't know why the link says the 21st. It may have just been an oversight on the admin team's part, but it is the 13th. So click on the link for the accurate information.
Okay, so now I'm skipping to my leaves. And when it comes to leaves, there are many different ways to paint them. Let me show you for today just this way of painting, and just to show a little bit of a detail as it was here on this illustration. So you use the darker color on the top of this green watercolor that was put in this first layer. So we can see here that these tiny little elements, even if they're not very detailed and really 100% botanical style, it's like semi-loose style, I would say. But the impression that we get while watching this illustration is it's like this is a botanical picture. Or
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that up, because I was just thinking about how most botanical illustrations are very highly detailed. You know, they're very rendered and super tight.
I love to watch them, but I don't like to paint them. Because I'm a quite impatient artist, and the coolest thing it's for me that I can just grab my paints and give a little bit spots, dots, stains, and voila, this is a floral, and we have this impression, and we actually know what's the floral. Is it a rose or a peony or something else? And
Right.
Okay. So I will add some darker green here. For these details that I'm painting at the moment, you can always use a tiny brush. I think it will work better even that my number 6. So let's try number 2. Oh, it's better.
Right.
But as long as we use round brushes, the tip is always pointy, so
right.
sometimes I forgot to change for the smaller size. Yeah.
Are these just synthetic watercolor rounds? Or do you use natural hair as well?
These are from Princeton Neptune watercolor brushes, and this is synthetic squirrel, I think.
Synthetic squirrel.
They are very soft. They hold water very well, and yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Good. Great.
Okay. One more thing here. As you can see, I leave the different variation of the leaves. I mean, here we have elements that are lighter and some darker inside the leaves. And here, this is a darker area of the leaves. As I said, we do not want our illustration to be boring and the same in every place. So that's why I'm working like this. And here, what we need more, it's the middle of the peony. The middle of the peony. And I will use this color. So sorry for not knowing the names of the colors, but it's like with everything. I mean, for example, music, I never know who's the singer. So excuse me, I'll be better prepared for the next meetings. Okay, and here this middle. And from now we could, use the hair dryer to get everything dry. But as we do not have so much time, I will just let you know that from now we can leave it as it is, because already we can see that this is a peony with shading, or we can wait till it's dry and then eat more details with very tiny little brushes, just to see the veins on the petals. So
I see. Yeah.
And that's the work that took much more time.
Right. Yeah, we're at about 48 minutes in now, almost 50 minutes. So I don't know how long this will take to dry naturally, but maybe, if we don't have...
I will just add some tiny little darker points just to emphasize this shading thing that we were talking about the whole hour long. Okay.
Yeah. So we're about maybe 10 minutes until the end of our live demo, everybody. So if you have any other questions for Ania, please drop them in the chat now. She's pretty much just wrapping up her beautiful peony. Like as soon as you put in that center, it just like came together. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Gracie here has a question. Do you mix your colors in advance or do you mix as you go?
Yeah, I mix as I go. As I said, I'm impatient, a little bit chaotic, and I really trust me, go with the flow, and trust my intuition here. And the more you paint, the more natural it will come to you. And yeah.
Okay, great. Let's see what other information here. A bunch of people saying they signed up for your mini workshop. That's amazing, everybody. That's great. If we can get like a couple hundred of you in the mini workshop, that'd be super awesome. We do max out at 300. So if you guys are considering it or sitting on it, you might want to sign up now because it seems like a lot of people are picking up those spots quickly. Um, Barb says here, it's amazing how those leaves suddenly become 3D when you added the darks. You are so talented.
Wow, thank you so much.
Um, and then let's see here. Gosh, they're so nice. You guys are just so wonderful. These comments have been so wonderful to read. Gail says that she loves this, signed up for the class, and will share with my artist friends.
Oh, thank you.
I love their teaching. Love your teaching style.
Thank you, thank you. Because yeah, it wasn't so obvious to me, you know.
Anna, about the Etcher product shipping from within the US, I want to say no, but I am trying to look for information about that on the website just to be sure. We do have multiple carriers now that distribute the products in different parts of the world. So if buying directly from Etcher isn't an option for you, you know, I believe Amazon has a couple of things in stock that you can order if you'd like to go that route instead. I'll try and find an accurate information about that and drop it in the chat as soon as I can. But if I'm not able to, you know, feel free to email us at the customer service line, hello@etcherlab.com. I'll just write that in that email here in case you want to, you know, get some clarification that I'm not able to provide here. Okay, any other questions, everyone? I think Anya is just gonna wrap up, you know, with her peony. Anya, did you want to show anything else that you've done that maybe you want to bring up or kind of show on the camera here?
Yeah, why not? I can show you my sketchbook that it's made on this 100% cotton paper.
Yes.
And also I was using there this shading method, let's say. So let me show you what I have here. How to so as you can see here, it was like starting from the lightest color and then putting darker and darker, and then this little tiny veins that I was talking about.
Right. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. So here what we have next, and that's the same thing here. The lighter elements, a little bit of blending from time to time in a few places, and then darker details. And it depends really on my mood, or yeah, I think the most of the time it's my mood. If I will go with very tiny details or just a little bit here. This is a completely loose painting, a little bit of roses, some kind of, I don't know what flowers, some kind of peonies, but the whole composition, that's always the most important thing to me, to get a good composition when I'm talking about colors, a composition of colors and composition of elements in my painting. And there you go here. Also, I started from the lightest elements, and even here you can see that I was just working the same way as today with this peony.
These are so pretty. This is lovely.
Thank you so much. These are actually my memories from this summer. Yeah.
Oh,
and also here, it's 100% loose painting, and also very light spots, very light elements, and then just in a few little places, the darker elements. Yeah. Okay, here is also a peony, a different kind of peony, very loose. But still, if I would like to, I could just add more details and it will come like a botanical illustration.
Mm-hmm. Oh, these are so great.
The leaves I've been showing you a few minutes ago. This one also, it's like layered illustration. It should be like this. Yeah, these are inspirations from my garden. And that one as well, it's like, yeah, starting from the light colors and then putting the layers on top. What I have here. And here some zinnias, also from my garden.
So clearly the point of your garden is so that you can paint it.
Yeah, I plant my inspirations, yeah.
Oh, these are lovely, Ania.
Thank you. Roses.
Yeah, really great.
With the pink color that I really use not so often because I'm more like a vintage boho style.
Right.
But it came out very, very nicely.
Yes, these are just gorgeous.
Okay,
A lot of comments here about how amazing they look.
Pastel roses. And yeah, and that's it with my sketchbook. So I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Oh yes.
And had a chance to I don't know, learn something or just improve their skills.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. I think this was a really great demonstration, Ania. Thank you so much. It doesn't look like there are any more questions here in the chat, so I will go ahead and wrap up here a little bit. We do have ongoing monthly giveaways, everybody, on our Etcher platform. So if you tag us on either Facebook or Instagram when you post the art that you made during the demos and our mini workshops, or even if you just take pictures during the session while you're watching it, hashtag Etcher Mini Workshop, and we award a monthly of US $50 art voucher to be used on our products. So if you guys would like to participate on that, we would love to see the work that you guys do. Hashtag Etcher Mini Workshop, please do and check that out. If you haven't already, please also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have a couple of minutes to spare, if you could fill out our feedback survey form and let us know how we're doing. We want to continue to improve and get better at doing these demos and our workshops. So we appreciate the time that you guys spend on filling that out. And then last but not least, of course, Ania's workshop. I'll drop that link one more time. I know it says the 21st on the link, but it is actually the 13th. So if you haven't already signed up, a bunch of you have already signed up, and that's amazing. Ania and I are very excited. We'll look forward to seeing you guys at the mini workshop. And then for Ania, some comments here for you. Thank you, Anna. It was so interesting. Thank you for your demo and your sketchbook. It was very beautiful and useful. Let's see. This was so helpful. Thank you, Ania. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, I'm sure you've made Anya's day. She's going to, spend the rest of her week very happy here.
Definitely.
Yes. All right. So we'll go ahead and wrap up here with the, with this beautiful peony. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with Etcher and Ania today. We'll look forward to seeing you at our mini workshop. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. Have a good rest of your holiday. Please stay safe. It's still a little weird out there, everybody. So, stay safe. And we'll look forward to seeing you at our workshop. Okay. All right. Take care, everybody. Okay.